Welcome to the Tales of Zoza's story. Once in a forest, as evening slowly wrapped the trees in shadows, a herd of goats was grazing peacefully. The air was cool, and the sky was turning shades of orange and purple. Among them was one curious little goat who loved fresh leaves more than anything else. While the others stayed close to the shepherd, she wandered toward a cluster of new trees. Their leaves were soft, green, and shining in the fading light. Just a few more minutes, she whispered to herself. These leaves are too delicious to leave behind. 5 minutes passed, then 10. When she finally lifted her head, her heart nearly stopped. The flock was gone. The shepherd was nowhere to be seen. The forest had grown quiet. Too quiet. The sun had almost disappeared. Fear crept into her chest. Oh no, I'm all alone, without the shepherd. Who will protect me? A wolf? A leopard? Anyone could find me tonight. The forest suddenly felt darker than it really was. Fear has a way of doing that. She stood frozen for a moment. Then she sighed softly. If this is my last night, she thought, at least let me drink some water first. Nearby, a river flowed gently. She walked toward it, her legs trembling. As she bent down to drink, something caught her eye. A large paw print pressed deep into the muddy ground. It was huge, powerful, fresh. Before she could think further, a wolf approached the river. His sharp eyes immediately locked onto her. Well, he grinned. What luck. A lonely goat at sunset, water, and dinner. He stepped closer. The goat's heart raced, but instead of running, she did something unexpected. She looked calmly at the wolf and said, "Before you eat me, look at that paw print beside you." The wolf glanced down. His smile faded. That's a lion's paw," he muttered. He looked at the goat suspiciously. "Are you under the lion's protection?" The goat didn't answer. She simply stood still, her silence stronger than words.
"Te wolf, didn't he? Wait to confirm."
He turned and ran back into the trees as fast as he could. The goat felt something new rising inside her, not pride, but courage. A little later, a wild dog came. She pointed to the paw print. He ran. Then a jackal came. She pointed again. He ran too. Each time, her fear became smaller. Each time, her confidence grew stronger. But then, the ground trembled. A powerful roar echoed through the forest. The real lion had arrived. The goat's courage wavered for a second. This was no frightened wolf. This was the king himself. Still, she gathered her strength and spoke respectfully. "Since evening, this paw print has protected me. No one dared to harm me because they believed I belonged to you." The lion looked at the print, then at the tiny goat. He let out a deep laugh. "That paw print is mine," he said, "and yet you used it wisely." He stepped closer, but there was no anger in his eyes. "You were brave," he continued, "not because you were strong, but because you believed you were protected. From today on, if anyone sees you near my territory, they will think twice." With that, he turned and walked away, his presence shaking the forest once more. The goat stood still for a long time. She realized something important. The paw print did not change. The forest did not change. The danger did not change. What changed was her belief. In life, we often feel small like that goat, surrounded by problems, uncertainty, and fear. The dangers may be real. The night may feel dark. But when we stand under the protection of something greater than ourselves, faith, truth, divine strength, fear begins to lose its control over us. Courage is not the absence of danger. It is the decision to stand firm, even when danger is near. When you truly believe you are guided and protected, even the wolves of life hesitate, and sometimes that belief is enough to carry you safely through the night.